Smells like Papa John's. Oh, hello. That reminds me of today's episode of Magic is Timeless, where I talk trash about pretty much anything I can think of, sparing no feelings. That includes probably your favorite city. I encourage anybody who has their feelings hurt pretty easily to just leave the room right now. This one isn't for you. If you're the type of person that gets easily offended at the slightest thing, see you later, Snowflake. We ain't got time for you today. But if you have the braveness to sit down and maybe hear some hard truths, cozy up, because today is going to be a fun one.
Did you ever have any pizza from Valero?
Yes, I have.
Could you tell me about that experience a little bit?
Well, I'll tell you this, that everybody in town, around my studio, oh, best pizza in town. You gotta go to Giovanni's. You gotta go to it.
Giovanni's.
It's in the Valero gas station. Don't judge it by the gas station. Do judge it by the gas station. Because actually, it's not that bad. As pizza goes, it's middle of the road. It's not terrible. You know, it's not Papa John's, which is basically garbage, heated up and then put into a box and then served to idiots. It's not Papa John's, but it's just not it's not that good. It could be better, but also it is served out of a gas station, so it does get some credit there. I would not get it again. I understand that people from New York don't like pizza from Chicago because they think it should be 90 miles wide and paper thin. Well, my pizza should be about 12 inches wide and as thick as a butte. I like something that I can sink my teeth into. I consider myself maybe a pizza connoisseur. Maybe to my own detriment, since I cannot be happy pizza-wise.
Usually a pretty big rivalry between New York and Chicago.
I mean, New York is fine. If you want to walk past piles of garbage on the street every day, that's fine. They don't have any alleys there, so there's really no place to put it. It just piles up, and the city stinks, and it's not very clean. But they do have a pretty big attitude, thinking they're the best and everything. I like New York. I've got work in New York, or at least I did. Thieves probably took it.
They probably did take it.
Yeah, it does stink. That's the other thing, it's so expensive.
Yeah.
And I get it. They have a limited amount of space. It's not for me. I would gladly visit there, but I wouldn't want to live there.
So when you travel, do you tend to take your art with you and put it up?
Everywhere I go, I bring something, probably a few things, and put them up. And I travel a lot. Try to take at least 3 to 4 big trips a year.
What was your last trip?
Chicago. And before that, it was the Northwest Coast. Yes, around Eugene, Oregon, Portland, and Seattle.
Beautiful.
It is.
When I went, it was on fire, so that was interesting.
It was still on fire when I was there too. But even on fire, it's one of the best. Don't ever go there. Stay out of the Northwest Coast. Stay in Austin, go to Denver, keep yourselves in New York. Leave the Northwest Coast alone.
Can you tell us what your work is essentially concerned with? What are your concerns?
I'm not concerned with anything. I don't have a concern in the world.
Carefree as a bird.
As a bird.
Interesting.
I don't know that I am concerned. I mean, I am, but does it come forth in my work? The crux of my work is this. I like to look at the environment and then say, what does it need? Does it need a face? Does it need a robot? Could it be embellished by something a little bit more fantastic? You know, architecture these days is kind of
Bull-S.
It's absolutely
Bull-S.
Oh.
Especially new construction, there's no personality at all. There's no ornamentation. It's all tan brick and glass. Look at Austin's skyline. It's absolutely atrocious. So what do? As artists, it's our responsibility to hit the streets and make things the way that they should be. I guess that, if anything, is the message to my work. This is what I want the city that I live in to look like. I want bridges to have faces. I want doors to have big skulls on them with robot shapes. Something to make you look at it and go, well, that's interesting. Because what do we have? Nothing. We're stripping the personality out of this quirky flea market city. It looked like when I moved here, a flea market had exploded everywhere, and people just pieced buildings together from it. And it was glorious. It had a personality. And what's happening? Developers are coming in, and the city is just letting them tear down everything with personality and put up these 4-story condominiums that don't have any personality at all, and then have the gall to put some stupid name on it. The Bell, the so-and-so, the Hobo. Who cares? Every time I see some new construction going, like, oh, what's it going to be? Maybe a coffee shop? Maybe something cool? Maybe Meow Wolf? Oh no, that went to Denver! Denver, for God's sakes! We could have had it here! But no, we needed 50,000 gas stations. One on every corner. Yes, Austin, more gas stations. More laundromats. More nail salons. More boo-s. Boo-hiss. Do something about it.
How? How can we do
I
something?
don't know. I feel bad about all that stuff he said about New York.
It was pretty large.
It's magical there, I like it. I do. There's just too much garbage.
There's a lot of garbage. A lot of rats.
Yeah, but that's everywhere. Chicago has rats. I'm not telling you Chicago doesn't have
Yeah,
rats.
no, a lot of rats.
Rats like this big.
Wow.
Serious rats in Chicago. You think they're dogs. One time they were raccoons. But yeah, big rats. Do you know that there's like some medieval disease sweeping through the homeless population in LA?
No.
It's not tuberculosis. They had that a few years ago. It's something else. Some rat disease.
Bubonic plague.
No, it's not that. It's something. But they've got it. I'd rather not speak of it. Let's change the subject. I wish you didn't bring it up.
It was typhus. Was typhus. 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 That's enough. You're wasting all my...